Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So today, Christmas past, but this one's kind of cute. Not because it's more elegant, cute for holiday, maybe. I don't know how to explain it. But so, the palette we're talking about, maybe 2 years old, maybe, maybe three, but I'm thinking two. Because I really don't buy from this brand that often. And it's the Laura Mercier. And I think it only came with these two things. It was a ballerina, and it's the Prima Ballerina mini eyeshadow palette and the Standing Ovation cheek palette. And I'll be honest, I don't buy much from Laura Mercier or Bobbi Brown. Okay? I like the Bobbi Brown moisturizer, and I have palettes from both eyeshadow palettes, and I like their formula, but like they're just not a brand that sticks out to me. With that said, though, I do like their stuff. I just think I have to revisit it. Not Bobbi Brown. I do like the Bobbi Brown palettes I have. I do like them. Do I think there's something like extraordinary? No, not really. It's good. It looks nice on my lid. Well, this is Laura Mercier, but it looks nice on my lid and everything. But it's not nothing like outstanding or great. It works. You know what I mean? Now, these are cute. This I really like because I like the colors of all three of these. Today I'm wearing this one right here, this more peaky mauve one. But then you got like a little peach one. And then you got like a little, it's not red. It's more like maybe like a strawberry red, or maybe like a watermelon red, even more watermelon, I would say. Like your cheeks are just flush type of red. It's not overbearing or anything like that. Go in with the light hand, build it up. Even this shade, I had to go in with the light hand and build it up. It's kind of a satin formula. This particular one is. It only says Standing Ovation. Okay, cheek palette. It says the blush color infusion blush. So I don't know if you can buy these in singular or not. It's peach, rose, and grapefruit. Grapefruit. That's what it is. Okay. Watermelon. I mean, works for me. And then this is the Prima Ballerina mini eyeshadow palette. And it's a mini. I don't know if they came out with a big one. I don't know. I don't have it. I didn't see it. And like I said, I got into these briefly when I saw someone a little older, I guess, than me, saying it looks really nice over their aging eyes. And I thought I might want to try that formula to see. Is it my favorite? No. For like, it looks nice and it works as far as that go, but so does Natasha Denona palettes. You know what I mean? So it's whatever you prefer, really. But we'll play with this one so you can see. And it's ballerina, and you think about that, the nutcracker and stuff. Like, it all just sort of flows with Christmas. You know what I mean? But let's get started. So the first shade we're going to, now there is two like topper shades, sparkly topper shades in here, 3 satins, and 1 matte is how I would describe it. We're not even going to try to read the names off of this back because A, don't know which way it goes. B, couldn't pronounce them even if I wanted to. So let's get started. The first shade we're going to go into is this pink one. Now, you'll see, you can barely see this shade at all. I don't know if you put it on the lid and sort of packed it on, if it would have any impact or not, but this shade doesn't have much impact. I'll be honest. It is nice to use to sort of blend the next shade but that I use, but other than that, I don't know. I do think you could lay it on the lid and then maybe use that pink topper shade over it. That might work, but it's not the way I went with this palette today, because I did want to try different things than I usually do. And it has been a while since I've played. With Laura Mercier palettes, there's one I would like to revisit because I remember I did not give it a good review. But at that time, I hadn't really played with that many shadows. And at that time, the color story was so far fetched from what I liked that it, the palette itself didn't make sense. And now looking at it, it actually looks really pretty to me. So I would like to revisit that palette at some point. But anyway, we're going to go into this shade next. And it is a satin, but it blends beautifully. You could use it on the lid also, but using it like this, it does look so pretty on the eye. And I do like a darker outer corner, and I do generally prefer a matte, but I can't say I don't like this look either, you know what I mean? So it did perform very well in the outer corner and building it up and stuff, so I have no complaints. I have no complaints with this palette, to be fair. And I like these little palettes they come out with because you get to try the formula, right? To see if you even like the formula. And I will say that I do like all the shades in this palette. It is quite pretty and works very well. But it's not like the best formula either in the world. But it depends on what you're looking for too. Like if I didn't do what I did, or what I do very in depth, like if I was just trying to find something easy to use, quick to do my makeup, I'm not really into it, I'm just like putting it together to make me feel good or something, I could see going the route of Laura Mercier and Bobbi Brown. I could. But because I really want the best, I'm searching for what I truly, wholeheartedly love. It's not in that category. These palettes aren't. Now, I will say that the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Rich Base, now that's in my wheelhouse. I have a huge thing of it. You all know that I talk about it a lot. Like, I got the Big Daddy. So, I do like that as a primer. Laura Mercier, I don't know what, I mean, I do like the blush. I do. Now, the highlighter is Bobbi Brown in, I think it's Pink Sand. No. Sunrise Glow. That's the highlighter I'm wearing today, along with that blush. And then bronzer's the Kylie in Tequila Tan. But I don't know. Because I put Bobbi Brown and Laura Mercier in the category with like Estee Lauder, Lancome, in where they like Clinique even. But even though they're the same price tag, like I don't put them with Tarte. I don't know why I do that, but like Tarte, Too Faced, Urban Decay, they're all in another, even though they're all pretty much the same price point. They're all like mid range, not necessarily luxury. Some of their stuff's outrageous, but generally that's the skincare portion. But I will say the eyeshadow's nice. It does its job. You know, we're going to take that same shade and run it under the lower lash line. To be fair, I think this might be 2020 launch. Because I feel like my shirt says caffeine and quarantine. Yeah, that's it's old too, but I love this sweatshirt. I thought it was wonderful. My mother got it for me for my birthday that year. But I don't know. If you hear outside noises, I apologize. I have the window open. It's rather a nice day out today. Go figure. It's in the high 50s, maybe low 60 even. It's really nice out. A little windy. But overall, very, very nice. Alright, I think I got that blended out pretty good. I'll go in and deepen it up along the lash line in a minute though. Alright, so. Alright, what's next? Oh, lips. I'm wearing the lip liner, Charlotte Tilbury and Bond Girl with the Bond Girl lipstick on. But I had put the Glam Light oil on first prior to putting that on. That's why it doesn't look as matte as it usually does because of that oil. Foundation. I found my Misha. Whoops. My Misha foundation. I'm wearing the number 23. It is a little light. But y'all, I really like that foundation. It is light with a gray undertone. But it blends well. And once you get the rest of the makeup on, it's not so bad, to be fair. And then I'm wearing the Gucci concealer. Alright, so now that that's done, let's go in with this pretty, like, pinky purple shade. And we're going to pop that all over the lid. It's more purple than pinky. But it's so pretty. And it lays beautifully on the lid. And you don't need much of it. It just smooths beautifully through. And just doesn't blur, but it doesn't sit, if you know what I mean. Like, the Surratt shadows kind of like blurred. It was so weird. Certain shadows do that, and I'm like, whoa, what's the magic? Like, how'd you do that, you know? This doesn't blur, but it doesn't sit in it. And it doesn't, like, make them show. As bad as they are. If that makes sense. So I do see where in my, like, age group, if you just have wrinkly or creased eyelids, where people would like this formula. Because it does lay so nicely. And there's no fallout. Like, there's no... It's just so pretty. Basically. Now, I'm going to pick up this pink right here. Like that on my finger. And I'm just going to tap it right in the middle. Just to give a little bit of something. Because you know I like a little bit of... something there. I have to have a little bit of metallic shine. I can't help myself. And this has a clear base. That's why I think if you did lay the pink down, it would look really pretty. If you topped it with that. If you laid that pink matte down. Because the base is sheer to that shade. But yet, it definitely gives a little bit of pop when the light hits it just right. Which is nice. Now we're going to do the same thing. Because this is another little topper shape. Which you'll see in a minute. How it performs, but I'm going to put it in the inner corner, and I have it picked up. You can see it on the brush, and I'm going to pop it in the corner here so you can see, like, there's really no base under it. It's very just almost like a glitter in a way. Not glitter, but toppery, you know what I mean. It is very toppery. So it is nice that you do get a couple different formulas in here. I don't necessarily know if I like the fact that it's a pink matte. I think they could have done like a cool toned color even. Like a contour color maybe even for this palette. But I get it as far as color story. You're keeping it very light, very pastel. You know what this reminds me of? Hold. I just now thought about it. Hold on. Where is it? I know I didn't put it away. I wouldn't have yet. Would I have? That's not it. That's it. Well, okay. Look at this. And these have got the taupery shades too. Now, for the mattes are way darker than this. But if you look, it's not a dupe. Not a dupe. Hey, there's only 6 shades in here. But man, is it ever so similar. Interesting, interesting. And again, I like this palette. I don't think it's worth the money, but I do like it. If you can get a good sale on it, I think you'll like it. If you don't, I wouldn't purchase it at full price. I did, but I wouldn't. No, I got a sale on that, I think. I think I got 20% off. Maybe. I don't remember. It's been, I forget what I purchased from one minute to the next. So I'm going to take that same shade, that one that I used in the outer corner on the lash line, and I'm just picking it up on a smaller brush, and I'm going to put it right on that lash line to darken up the lash line a little more. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the top. I could definitely, I get the vibes of a ballerina in this, I do. And I can even see, because, you know, they're kind of about to make up the cheeks and lips and stuff. But the eye looks are pretty, like, neutral, ethereal almost, if you're thinking, like, Nutcracker and stuff. So I do feel like the presence of that in this palette. I'm curious on how many people purchase this, though. I don't necessarily know if it's worth the price tag that it was. I don't really remember the price tag. The blush pot, I feel like it's worth it just because you get, if you would wear all 3 colors, because you are getting 3 blushes, and I do like that formula blush. And even though I think this palette is worth me having it, because I mean, I just adore these shades completely, no doubt, that don't mean other people thought it was worth it though, because this isn't going to be everybody's cup of tea, because it's pretty basic, to be fair. I mean, it is what it is. You gotta call it. You gotta call it what it is. It's basic. But basic's not always bad. Alright, I think I got it blended pretty good. I think both sides look pretty well the same. Just gonna darken it up a little more there. And like I said, that pink shade, though you can't see it, it is nice to have just to blend out like these edges, because it blends so beautifully into that shade there. But at the same time, that is going to be your darkest shade in the palette. I only ordered one Christmas collection, and it was because it was Ballerina. And I used to do ballet when I was teeny tiny. Didn't we all as girls, though, do that? Couldn't imagine me doing it now. That would be interesting, but, you know, back then I did. Alright, let's curl the lashes. And then we'll continue to talk for a minute. I don't think my rambling was too bad today, was it? Could have been. I'm using my Surat. Oh, I guess it is. Yeah. I've been rambling for a while. Alright. We're going to use the Laura Mercier mascara in Caviar Volume. And it's a sample that I must have gotten at Sephora. And I don't know what I think about it. I guess we'll find out. The other lash did okay. It's not transferring yet. That's what I'm really curious about. Is it going to transfer? Because that happens a lot. I don't know. Caviar Volume, so I'm assuming it's got to do something with volume. And I do like volume, but I think I prefer more length, maybe, than volume, personally. But I don't know if it even gave me volume, to be fair. But we can pretend. It's just an okay mascara, to be fair. Not my favorite. Not my least favorite. And for some people, it don't even matter what the mascara does because you're going to put falsies on. Unfortunately, I have to care what the mascara does because I don't know how to do falsies. I don't think it does bad, though. The brush is nice. Man, it's a busy day out there today. I hope you all ain't hearing all that. I mean, it looks nice, but I don't think it's anything like to write home about. I guess I'm going to be stuck using that for a while, though, because I opened it, so now I got to use it. For bottom lashes, I'm going to use the Cali Ray Concealer High Water. I think I might be getting another one of these, except in the full size, y'all, for bottom lashes. I think I might give up the MAC and use this instead. I will say, do be careful with the toppers because you could get fallout if you do have this palette. But you probably already know that. It's not like I'm really doing a review because you can't even get this for palette. And if you have it, you probably already know everything about it because, well, like I said, it's like 2 or 3 years old. But overall, I think this is a really pretty look. I think that the looks are all going to be the same out of that palette except for the lid. Like, that's the only thing I could see you mixing up, whether it be a more violet, like a lavender to a light pink, but at the end of the day, it's all going to be very light shades. Unless you incorporate another palette in with this palette. I don't know if you could use the blush as a shadow. You know what I mean? I don't know if those would work. I've never tried that. With most, you can use a blush as a shadow if you want to. Same with bronzer. But I've never tried it to know. So I can't really say. I'm not going to say something I don't know. You know what I mean? But for nails, I forgot to tell you all because I did this the other day. This nail polish look, and it's out. I did another look with them where they were like red and pink. It came out of that Red Velvet set by Nail Inc. That came out a couple years ago, and I've never even used this particular color. But is it not gorgeous for like fall and winter coming up? Like even on the fingers, it don't look bad, but I bet it looks really pretty on toes. But anyway, I don't know if this was just part of the set or if you can buy these individually. But this particular one is called Red Lion Court. And it's Be Your Incredible Self with Nails Inc. London. So I got it from Sephora, like I said, in a set. Whether you can go to their website, I don't know. I don't know nothing about nothing with that. But I will say that this is a beautiful color. I put 2 coats on, just 2. I did this 2 days ago. I think 2 days ago. So it is holding. And the other one held too. Most polishes don't. I do too many dishes. And I know I should put on gloves and I don't. But I do too many dishes. I clean. I use my fingernails as like scraping. Like that's why I keep them painted all the time because they look awful. They're chipped and everything else because I'm just rough. But overall, I like the way the look came out. If I had to choose one or the other, I'd choose the blush palette. And that says a lot considering I am like an eyeshadow palette lover. But I've really been getting into blushes this year. Now, I think probably when I first reviewed this, I would have said the eyeshadow palette because I was more into palettes. But I could have said blush. You never know. You never know. But overall, I feel like it's very pretty. This could be used after the holidays. The packaging isn't like screams Christmas, but it's present-y, like Christmas present and stuff. Or laces from the ballerina shoes it could look like. I mean, you definitely have like, it could be side out, you know, through the year, and you're not seeing like a reindeer or something, you know, or green and red or something. But I really did enjoy pulling these out. I think I might leave the blush palette out, to be honest. I don't really see a need to leave this out because the topper shades, to be honest, they're nice and they're not like all over my face, which the Charlotte Tilbury could do that to me. But I feel like I'd go into that palette because it's just new to me. You know what I mean? And it's something that is available for you to use and to purchase. So I feel like if I was going to grab for a topper, I'd do that. Or a Natasha Denona even before I would grab this. So I think I will put this back in my drawer. But I will keep this out for the winter season, we'll say. And then I'll put it back. But I do like these shades. And I do think that, I mean, I could definitely use the peach in the spring and summer. I could use this shade in the spring. The deeper shade, again, summer or winter, like however you want to do it. But I do feel like that could be used, well, both could be used all year long. But anywho, that's all I have for you today. I hope you had somewhat of a good time sticking around listening to me yakking about Christmas past. I really enjoy this. I like going back. And I hope it inspires you to go back through your collection. Like what, maybe you get a gift every year. Like what gift did you get at Christmas? You know what I mean? What palette and pull it out and use it. Or do you set aside a certain amount of money to purchase a certain holiday release? Let me know. I'm trying to mix it up because I still have a ton of Too Faced palettes to go through, you all. So I'm just trying to throw in like bits and pieces of other holiday collections from other brands that are holiday inspired in with the Too Faced, because we all know I could do a whole month of just holiday Too Faced with the palettes that I have. But that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I upload. I do upload every day but Sunday, unless there's a new launch. Well, this month I am going to try every day. I'm going to try every day. And that is it. Oh, setting powder, Winter Beauty for under the eyes T-zone. My Peach Perfect for the rest of the face. That's it. That is all that's on my face. Face, nails, we're good. That's it. Yup. All right. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Stay safe. Bye.